Welcome back. In our last video, we have created a VPC manually using the AWS Management Console. In today's video, we are going to learn how to create a VPC using Terraform. We will first write a small Terraform script, then I will explain each block in simple words, and finally we will run it and see the actual created resources using the Terraform in our AWS account. So in this video, we are going to learn what is provider in Terraform, what is resource in Terraform, and how to create VPC using Terraform. And also we also understand the basic commands like Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform apply, and Terraform destroy. So let's first discuss what is provider. In Terraform, a provider is a plugin that tells Terraform which cloud service or platform we are working with. We have multiple providers like AWS, Azure, GCP, etc. For example, if we are using AWS, we use the AWS provider. So provider is like saying, hey Terraform, please talk to AWS on my behalf. And then resources block. A resource is something Terraform creates in your cloud platform. Example, VPC, subnet, EC2 instance, S3 bucket, etc. So resources is like saying, hey Terraform, please create this object inside AWS. Now let's go to our Visual Studio and understand how to define provider block and resources block. Here is the sample script to create a simple VPC. Here we have described two blocks mainly. One is provider block and another is resources block. Let's understand each block. The first one is provider block. Here we have defined provider and then AWS, and also we have given here region. This tells Terraform use AWS as the cloud provider and work inside the Mumbai region. And then resource block. Here we have defined resource AWS underscore VPC, and also we have given the header block and necessary arguments along with the tags. So these blocks create the VPC itself. Let's break it down. CIDR block equal to, we have given the range of the CIDR range. It defines the IP address range for the VPC. Here it will allow 65,000 IP addresses. And we have provided enable DNS support true. It enables inside the VPC. This helps resolve domain names like google.com, etc. And we have also defined DNS hostnames is true. It ensures each instance inside the VPC can have DNS hostnames. And finally, tags. So we can easily identify the VPC in the AWS console. So now what will happen when we run this script? The first command we are going to use is Terraform init. When you run the Terraform init, it will initiate the backend Terraform and downloads the necessary plugins like AWS plugin, etc. Once the plugins has installed, it will show Terraform has successfully initialized. And then we run Terraform plan. It is like a dry run. It will show that what resources will Terraform create in our AWS. And finally, we will run Terraform apply. It will create the actual resources in the AWS. Once everything is executed, a new VPC will appear in your AWS account with the name you provided, along with the CIDR range. Let's go to AWS console and select the region which you have provided and go to VPC section, and we can find the VPC which you have created. Let's have a quick recap what we have learned up to now. We have gone through what a provider is and what a resources is and how to create our first VPC in AWS using Terraform. And also we have executed some commands like Terraform init, Terraform plan and Terraform apply. And finally, let's discuss about Terraform destroy. Now imagine you are just learning or testing the Terraform. You don't want to keep charging for AWS resources. That's where Terraform destroy comes in. If you run the Terraform destroy, it will ask, are you sure? Then we have to give yes or no. If you type the yes, it will delete everything that was created earlier from your script. So think of Terraform apply is equal to creating the resources in the AWS console and Terraform destroy is equal to cleaning it up. Now let's have a quick demo deleting the resources using Terraform destroy. Go to terminal, type Terraform destroy and hit enter. It will check the backend, what are the resources created previously, then it will ask, shall we proceed or not. You can type yes and hit enter. The resources will be going to delete. Once the resources are deleted from here, you can go to AWS console and check are the resources are deleted or not. And that's it. We just created your first VPC using Terraform. In this video, you learn what a provider is, what a resources is, and how to write a basic script to create a VPC. So now don't worry if you are thinking, do I have to write these resources files again and again for every VPC? The answer is no. In the next video, we will learn about Terraform modules, how they help us reuse the code, avoid repetition, and make our Terraform projects super clean and professional. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. See you in the next video.